Hello, BaerTaffy.
It's the redemption episode.
I can't. 0 wins. That's it's
Unacceptable.
Madness. Unacceptable. Agreed. I want to ask you a question, by
Please
the way,
do.
because 'tis the season.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on Halloween as a... You're 28? 28 years
29,
old?
yeah.
29.
You keep trying to peg me a year lower than you for some reason. But
I always think you're 1 year younger than you are.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Halloween as a 29-year-old?
I never got into it completely. My mother loves it. She loves any excuse to decorate the house to extreme degrees. So she was a pro Halloween influence in my life for a good number of years. But since I have left that influence, my interest in the holiday, I think, has waned year by year by year to the point where now our secret life hack is to just shut the lights off. And
I like that.
Not even worry about it. I think this year, since this is the first year in a new neighborhood, we should probably be kind and get some candy, especially because there's a ton of kids around us, so they'd be disappointed. But yeah, I think it can take a pass. Honestly, I'm not too into it.
So we are kindred spirits, and I had it almost 1-to-1 the way we feel about this.
Mm-hmm. Was your mother also heavily into the holidays?
Dude, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I stopped celebrating Halloween when I was 10, which is like peak Halloween season, you know?
Yeah.
You love candy, you can trick-or-treat maybe even by yourself.
I was going to say, like, what's the best year to go trick-or-treating? It might be when you're 10.
It's got to be like 10, or I don't know. There's a certain electric sense when you're like a young teenager on Halloween. And you're
it almost feels like
friends.
you're not supposed to do it.
Anything could happen, you know. That's like you can make a movie about like the Halloween night when you're 15 or something.
I think they have, yeah.
Extra, like all of Stranger Things season 2, I think,
right.
basically. But I was trying to figure out when did I sour on Halloween, and I remember in 2nd grade, my mom like hand stitched an outfit for me to go out for as Halloween.
God, man.
And the unfortunate part was that the costume was Little Boy Blue.
I don't even know what that is.
Little Boy Blue and the Man in the Moon, or so, I don't know. Like
I have no idea.
It's a character like from a nursery rhyme or something like that. And I'm now remembering that I went to like Halloween stuff at my elementary school, and everybody was like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm Little Boy Blue," and they had the exact same reaction. They're like, "What the heck is Little Boy Blue?" And I think from that point onwards, I just didn't really want to do Halloween stuff anymore.
Man, that's unfortunate. Don't let your mom hear that.
Yeah, it would break her heart probably. Yeah. But at the same time, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I harbor no ill will about it. It's not like she cost me good memories. But
well, you never know. I mean, what if Halloween was your best moment?
I'm realizing now I'm literally like that's the origin story of the Grinch from the Jim Carrey Grinch movie.
Yeah,
except for him, it was he shaved and he had blood all over his face, and the guy goes, "What a hack job!"
Well, I mean, you did have to shave your head early on, so it's not, not too far off.
You just sent me on a conversational spiral now.
Oh God!
I've been posting these photos of like, making furniture or assembling furniture.
You built me.
I did build an Alex. You are an admirable filing cabinet.
Thank you. I've been called that before.
You should get a friend named Billy, because that's their most popular bookcase.
Really?
And then you and Billy could go as
make some IKEA trips.
No one would get the joke, but
yeah, that'd be a great Halloween costume though, just for us to enjoy as inside jokes between friends.
You'd be like, "We're IKEA."
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just something to think about if you got a lot of time between now and Thursday.
Find a friend named Billy.
Halloween is. But I've been posting these photos, and over the course of particularly the past 2 years, I'm getting a little gray in the beard, and just like not to the point that it's super apparent, but it's getting a little silver in there.
Yeah.
And some people have commented about it, and I gotta tell you, does not bother me at all.
I would imagine. I would think it's almost a point of pride for someone like you.
It is. You know me too well. I was explaining to Kate. She was like, isn't that symbolic that like, your youth is kind of sunsetting? And I was like, I think when you shave your head at 19 years old, you just sort of, I already dealt with whatever trauma I was going to deal with. with that respect, and now it's under control.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got it's a blessing and a curse, the premature maturation, right?
Yeah, I mean, mostly a curse, I guess. But I'm just waiting, dude. One day,
Here they come. Big boys playing.
Somebody else in the circle is gonna go bald. They're gonna have to endure the egg jokes.
Well, who's next?
I would never, having gone through it myself, I would never speculate, because if this had been me at like age 18, my heart would have broken hearing my name in the convention. Because I already know all the excuses people. No, my hairline's just like that. No, my hair is just naturally very fine. Maybe
I mean,
it is.
I would probably hit you with either of those, honestly.
I've been there.
Oh boy! All right, gotta take about a sec. You got it.
Oh, that's
complete confidence.
We're back. A little, at least.
Yeah.
I kind of consider it. I mean, this is overly stoic, I guess, but I'm like, some people, they don't get to the point where they have gray in their beard. I consider it a privilege to kind of, to be able to experience the vagaries of age.
That's a fun word. Give me that again.
The vagaries.
The vagaries.
I don't know what it means, but I meant to compliment you because you used waning properly in the last
I'm a
episode.
fan of expanding vocabulary.
It's a good word. People, they forget waxing and waning. Which one's which? Oh, that's shriveled for sure.
I got my moon charts to keep me alive, dude. Or to keep me going with that. No, I have armor and I'm dropped.
Oh, you got poisoned.
No, I picked it up and then died immediately. No, Banal! Oh!
I should have bit the bullet there and not res instead of. But I saw you go down. It left me in a traumatic place.
Oh, I'm level 70 now.
Oh,
so much.
I didn't point it out, but I had 69 candy corn recently.
Oh, nice.
Now I have 111 though.
It takes me 4,200 experience to level up, which is also almost a meme number.
Almost a meme number. We could use some more meme numbers.
Yeah, we've only really got the two, right?
There's 420, 69, and then 311, depending on the circle.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess so.
I've been trying to introduce 187, which is the American police code for a homicide.
Damn, that's hardcore, man.
I mean, you gotta use it properly.
Well, give me 187 in a sentence.
I was gonna just launch into a profanity-laden tirade.
You're not on stream. Why not? You can always just can the video.
The word just doesn't feel right coming out of my mouth anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The so-called F word.
Friends?
But I echo your thoughts on the streaming and YouTubing thing. But
how are you feeling about it lately?
I like a 3-hour-long show.
Yeah, that for sure.
The sweet spot.
I want to know,
like, hungry after the stream. I don't know what it is. Like, the only thing I can come to terms with as an explanation is that streaming must kick your brain into overdrive, and like you're using like 1.5 times your normal metabolic rate. That's the only thing because when I finish a stream, my body is like, eat a 1,200 calorie meal immediately.
I'm with you on that, and I can't. Anytime, I'm sure you can empathize with this, but anytime that I try to tell myself how hard it is to stream, immediately the other part of my brain is like, shut up, you bitch.
Come on.
It's so easy. Come on, you're playing video games for the internet. Don't be such a wuss. But you're telling the truth, dude. It takes energy. It
uses a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's an active effort. Right now, for God's sake. I mean, like, I'm trying a lot harder to do everything. I don't even know. Like, I'm living harder right now than I normally would.
Well, I think, like, obviously physical labor is exhausting.
Yeah.
That's like non-negotiable. But like, I think it's cerebrally exhausting to try to entertain people, because it's like it's got to be a computationally intense calculation. your brain is trying to think about how to make other people laugh, which is like, it's different than just picking up a box.
Dude, I got it. Here you go. Ready? Nice. Sorry. All right. Now you can keep talking.
No. I mean, that's all that needed to be said. But it's exhausting.
I mean, we were on the path to a joke at some point there. I just had to figure out when it was.
I had 2 bots on me. Okay. I don't think you have anything to fear. They are dead.
Hold on.
I think you were going to ask how I feel about YouTube. And
yes.
It's like, YouTube is still fine for me. And, I harbor my own thoughts about the platform, which is that, I do feel if people have abandoned YouTube for Twitch 100%, I get it on all levels because, it's the fiscally sensible choice for most people. It's the logical move for most people. And if you're only, if you're going to work, let's say, like 6 hours a day, why would you do 3 on a platform that, pays you pretty well and then 3 on a platform where nothing is, certain?
Yeah, it
so
really
I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
But I also, I did feel
right here.
like, oh, okay.
It was back here. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Right here.
Okay. So you got it? Oh, I thought you found a boy. That's my mistake.
No, you got it.
I felt like, with the adpocalypse and stuff like that, it also let's go. For a lot of content creators, gave them kind of like just an excuse that they could use to get off a platform they weren't having that much fun with
definitely.
anyway.
I mean, that was really they wanted to do it, but it's like you said, like they just had that final reason to be pushed.
Yeah, it gives you that plausible deniability. So when like your fans are like, "Why haven't you made YouTube videos?" You're like, "Well, would you work for a company that
goddamn apocalypse?"
Exactly. So and I can't say because everybody has different metrics on YouTube, but for me, like, it's been fairly consistent. There were good days back in like the 2014, 2015 days where you'd be like, hey, here's a video of me making a fart noise with my mouth, for example, and
that's this.
You wake up to like 2,000 new subscribers or something like that. Those days don't really exist anymore, but on a community level, it's still going pretty well.
Do you still pay attention to the growth as much as you used to?
Not that much. Not really. To be honest, like, I feel
boys up
like,
oh,
okay. One.
There we go.
Oh, that was tight. Sorry, I probably should not just roll over
it's okay.
all of this stuff immediately as I've been doing for the last hour and a half. I feel like I can't speak for you, but so I'll just speak for myself and you can chime in as you see fit. But I feel like we're sorry, I'm blessed.
You just say it, dude. Fuck it.
That by some stroke of kismet, there's a community that will watch essentially almost anything that I make, and we don't really have great discovery. We don't have tens of thousands of people a month being like, oh, I've never heard of this guy.
Right.
Which is, I suppose, especially if you're just getting started, a little troubling. Oh my God. Hold on. You scared him.
There we go.
But on the other hand, it also feels like way better in some ways that I don't feel the need to like fight for the stuff that would get a lot of viewers.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
Would raise your odds of getting more viewers.
You're not chasing the golden goose anymore.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful for that because I think it's let me become a much more stable kind of like content creator because I'm able to make the stuff that I want to make.
Absolutely.
Oh,
all right.
That felt great.
Sword fight, Banal.
Oh, sorry.
1 for 1. Oh, you got me. I got him back, though. No healing. No healing. It's BM. It's BM.
Well, if he's gonna
shit.
Oh, we're hanging out near the campfire. That's the.
Oh, it's so cheating.
Oh,
There we go. Okay. There's the W. We needed it back.
We did. You mind if we sneak in one more run here?
Oh yeah.
Run it back one more time. I think
Absolutely.
it would be a nice little send-off. Because once you get me started on this stuff,
yeah, we caught you halfway through a tangent here too.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel really like unique in some ways on Twitch, especially that like if we're playing something that people really really like, it gets a lot of viewership.
Right.
And if we're playing something that people are like, I hate this and it sucks, it's still doing pretty well. It's not like, like I'm a League streamer that's famous for League, and then when I play anything else, I get like 5 or 10% of my average viewer count. So in that way, I feel like I wouldn't trade my presence on the platform for anybody else.
No, I agree with you on that, honestly. I think you've got a pretty damn solid footing.
It's wild, yeah. I never would have thought.
Oh, it's spicy, though.
It is spicy. Hey, if they kill us, it gives me more time to have a bowel movement before the stream. So. And it's that kind of humor that keeps the people coming back.
There we go, dude. You know what they want.
Poop jokes. Okay, so there's Shrivel. Or Banal, I'm not sure.
They look similar.
They do.
Y'all got to get on some fancy new clothes. You got to buy the full version.
Are you on the premium version?
I mean, look at me.
That makes sense. You are wearing a monocle and a top hat.
Yeah. Oh, you got me.
Well, I got him.
Nice.
But yeah, how do you feel about it? No, he's good. He's good. This guy's cool.
Well, what is it now? Sorry, I think I lost.
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of hoping you'd fill in the blanks, and I wouldn't have to clarify.
God damn it. Well,
about the the whole thing in general, I guess.
Like I think a lot of this for me, ultimately, this conversation ended up being just sort of me justifying the way I approach things for myself. Because a lot of it has just been an echo chamber of me insisting to myself that it's okay to not stream the new game immediately when it comes out for 8 hours straight, like that's, it's fine, like there's other people that are servicing that need, thankfully, so I don't need to worry about that. And I've got an audience, like you said, that is, it seems more or less willing to watch what I want to play. And like, that creates the best content. Hell, we're playing a game that we're like begging people to play with us right now. But this is some of the best content I think that we're capable of creating, even if it's inside baseball a little bit, just because it's like, this is such a natural, comfortable environment. It's so much easier to create fun stuff.
I'm with you 1,000%. It is a weird business sometimes, though. Do you ever feel like sometimes you have to trick people into being entertained?
Yeah, but elaborate.
It's a weird sentence, but
yeah.
I feel like some of the shows that have been like, for the NLSS, for example, that have gone down in niche history as like, oh, this is like the best show they've ever had.
Yeah.
Have
by
had
accident?
They've been the worst dockets, and they've been, just beset by technical difficulties at all times. And yet they've led to some of the, the greatest banter we've ever had.
Yeah.
And yet whenever I put a docket for the show in the chat, people are like, this is a terrible docket. Why aren't, when are you going to put this on the docket? When are you going to put this on the docket? And I feel this weird, especially lately, I feel a weird pull between like, I feel like my role is to entertain, and yet simultaneously the most feedback I hear is just on the games being played. If that makes sense. Like I'm being graded on my ability to choose games that work well for the show instead of our ability to carry a show regardless of what's being played.
That inherently is what's weird about the entire job, is the fact that, like, and I talk about this every now and then too, the fact that like inherently what we do is built off of the backs of others. Like we really don't have a leg to stand on if we don't have any games to play. And like we can do a just chatting stream and talk to chat, and that's all well and good. There's a level 3 there if you want to grab that real quick.
Oh, thank you. I will not because of the gas.
Yeah, that's fair. But Yeah, like, I mean, God, if I didn't have Spelunky or Darkest Dungeon, I don't really have much of anything right now, so.
I feel you, man. And I don't know about you, but like when I see like content creators being rude to developers, it just makes my it's like the worst like the ickiest feeling. I'm just like, this person, I mean, for some of the YouTubers, like, you're getting paid more than the developer.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Your job quite literally requires almost no talent. Like, what qualifications do I have to do this job? I watched sitcoms a lot when I was a kid.
I can't let you do that to yourself because
I'm not. I don't even consider it like that being a lack of self-confidence. I just think of it like, anybody can be funny to some degree, but at the same time,
I refuse to let you dismiss your own
thank you,
above average sense
you're too kind.
No, let me I'm gonna hit you with the appropriate phrasing here so that you can't just dismiss it again. You have to realize that you are funnier and smarter than most people, straight up.
Now
you just that is true.
Ever told me that.
It's true.
Aren't you worried I'm gonna get a big head?
I know, but like at this point it's too late.
Matching boys on me, sorry. I knocked one.
I got boys up above too. Yeah, let's focus here. He's super weak.
I'm gonna kill his buddy because I'm a terrible person.
That's a good call. Got him.
Yo, let's go. One left.
Oh shit! All right. the gas gun.
I knew we had one more in us.
Oh, that's good.
Well, on that note, I don't think there's wiser words to leave the series on for now, Bear, than I am above average intelligence and humor. Thank you.
Damn it.
And same to you.
Thank you.
Ditto to you. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Check out both perspectives. Check out both YouTube channels, Twitch channels, etc., and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.